Hello again, welcome back. How did you do on those last challenges? The challenges were to add some buttons to add an item to the cart, remove an item from the cart, and clear the items from the cart. Let's go over those together. So again, we need to first import these things into our component here. So let's do import from, and we'll have to do /actions, and the actions I want are remove from cart, clear from cart, and add to cart. Okay, now remember, all of these require the index, so we'll have to include the index. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. And then we got to get use dispatch. So in order to send these actions, we need the dispatcher. So we're going to say import from React Redux. Okay, and we want to get use dispatcher, not sue dispatcher, use dispatch, right? Okay, so that's looking pretty good. And the first thing we need to do here is get the dispatcher by saying, I'm going to get dispatch equals use dispatch, like this. Okay, same way we did it earlier, okay, in product, right? So we got use dispatch, and then it returns a dispatcher to us. So now let's set up these buttons. So first, our remove from cart button. So what we're going to do is we're going to get make a button here, and this one's going to be, I'm going to just put the minus sign there, right? How about like that? And then we'll give it an on click equals a function, and then this function is going to call dispatch, and what I want to do is call remove from cart, but I need to include the index now. Let me close this up for a moment here, right? Oops. Okay, so we got to get the ID. I think we included the ID here. If we didn't, we'll have to go back to shopping cart item, but I think we have it. So if I put ID like this, I should be able to get it, and then I can put the ID here. Okay, so hopefully that one's working. Actually, I wonder if we can even test that out now. Maybe that's enough code to test, right? Let's see. There's an item in the cart. There's a -1 button. Oh, it's removed. What if I add a few of these to my cart, and then I click on this once? There was 8, and then if I click here, I get 7 and 6. Hey, I think it's working, right? Okay, cool. So if we did this one, and you haven't solved the problem yet, why don't you try and do the add to cart button? You can stop the video and give that a try. Okay, so how did you do on that? Let's go over it together. So we'll start with a button, and I'm going to put a plus sign in my button here, and then we'll do an on click, and curly brackets, we'll do the arrow dispatch, and this one's going to be an add to cart. So I'm going to say add to cart, and we'll add to cart with the ID. Okay, let's give it a try. So I've got the +1 here. Let me try it. Oh, it says 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5. Okay, so that's working. Okay, now let's do the clear button. So if we did these two, if you didn't do those two, try the third one. Okay, and stop the video. Okay, let's try this clear button now. So we can do this together. I'm going to do click equals, and then maybe I'll just put I'll just say clear on this. How about that? I think that's pretty good. And then I got to put something in here, so it's giving me an error, right? So let's do dispatch. Again, we send an action to the dispatcher, and this one's going to be clear from cart. And we have to include the ID when we clear from cart, okay? So there's my plus, my minus, and my clear button. Let's add a few more items to our cart here. And this has 4 items. Now it has 5, and that's obviously more money than I mean to spend. Let's clear it. Oh, it seems to work. So this says fin tone, and if I clear it, fin tone is gone. So I think it's working, right? So there we go. So let's try the clear cart button that removes everything. Okay, so that one we don't have to have one button on each item to clear the entire cart. We can just put one button like maybe up here or at the bottom of the cart, right? So let's find our shopping cart JS, and over here, right, we can add in that button. So follow the steps with me. Import the dispatcher, import your action, and then create a button down here that sends the action to the dispatcher. Okay? You can stop the video and try it out, right? Okay, so how did you do on that? Let's give it a try together, right? So I'm gonna go to the top here and import use dispatch, and then I'll also import our action, and we want the clear, not clear from cart, we want clear cart action, right? And then over here at the bottom, I've got an H2, I've got my list of shopping cart items, and then maybe underneath that list of shopping cart items, I'll add a button that says clear all, okay? And then we'll follow the same procedure that we did before. I'll put it on click here, and we'll, oh wait, I forgot we didn't get the dispatcher yet. So let's get the dispatcher. So I'll go to the top here, say const dispatch equals use dispatch. Okay, so I'll get a copy of the dispatcher, and we're going to call that, and then we'll call clear cart in here and parentheses. Now, the other ones all took a parameter, but if you remember, this clear cart action doesn't take any parameters, so we don't have to put anything in there. Okay, so let's give it a try. So I've got 2 items in my cart. I'm going to clear them all. Boom, all gone. Right, nice. Let's add a few more items here. Let's subtract a couple of those items, add a couple more. Let's see, wait, it should clear them. Let's add another item there too, just for fun, right? So if I get down to 0 items, there's 1, 2, 0, so that works. And if I clear here, it clears everybody. Okay, so I think that was success. Okay, cool. So let's wrap this video up here, and you know, you can try your own ideas out in here. Why don't you try a couple experiments, like add some styles, you know, play around with the component structure. Maybe you want to rearrange these a little bit so they work a little better for you. And then in the upcoming video, we're gonna like kind of maybe go over this again top to bottom and visit all the pieces again of Redux, okay? And kind of you know, take a closer look now that we got it all working and we kind of went through and tried a couple challenges with it, right? It's probably good to take another look at it. Okay, and again, as always, thanks for watching.